Marion, can you hear us all right? We're having, again, having network problems that.
I can hear and see you if you can hear me.
Yeah,
Clear.
yes,
Actually, it's really loud.
yeah, that, and it's coming out of,
That's good.
that's.
Hey, all right. Hey, that's all right. We're here.
Yeah, better.
I like that. Just not like the video.
Well, that's, if she can hear us, that's good, because that's what we're feeding into, so. All right, well. We'll have Brady take a peek at the,
Everything.
because it wasn't draining this morning, I've used it 4 times. Over here in just a few minutes.
Right.
Marion, how does our screen look like to you? Is it clear or is it muffled?
Well, it seems a little pixelated, and I'm only seeing from you, my left,
Yeah.
from you to Julie. I'm not
Yeah,
seeing.
I tried to move it up. It's not connected to the network because it's showing it's 8:10 a.m. So I'm gonna try it one more time to get it sent up. If it doesn't work, then we're gonna roll with it because we got audio. We're recording.
Yeah. No, it's a big tractor. We're at we all ordered. Like hopped on the tractor. I was trying to take it. I'm like, no. He's like, I got the key. It's fine. I go, okay. And then he found the UTV, and they didn't take the key out of that. He was trying that one too. And I was like, no, buddy.
I wanted to do something.
No, no. I help you. You join every bit of it.
Alright.
He doesn't, think real fast. So.
All right, at 6 o'clock. We'll call this special council meeting in order. Please rise and join me for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under business, clerk treasurer Price, can you please call roll?
Mary Yates,
Here.
Danny Myers.
Right.
Will Wilbur,
Here.
Spencer Petrie,
Present.
Mary Grove. Here. Dale Seward.
Here. Very good. Tonight's special meeting is for some unfinished business, the first being to revisit the proposed ordinance 2026-4 due to a publication date that was published incorrectly. We proceeded with the public hearing last week, got that portion, so we can now go into second and third reading as a another evening of trying to knock this out. So first of all, I'll get a motion on the floor. Is there a motion to approve proposed ordinance 2026-4? Ordinance to establish a cumulative capital development fund under the Indiana Code 36.915.5.
So moved.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. I'll open the floor for discussion.
I'm looking for the resolute, are we putting the clause in for the resolution? Or making a clause for a resolution for the 25%?
We haven't
I
got to
think
that
she
point yet.
was,
That's
I think
after-
she was stating that she would do a separate resolution.
That's separate after.
Resolution.
This is all, we've done this already, but the publication date,
Yeah.
we had to get the,
I thought that was gonna be put into the actual.
that's after the fact.
Correct, Miriam?
Separate one?
Yes,
With the-
I'm
the
sorry if I
language.
misunderstood. It would be easier to do it this way, to go ahead and approve what we have and then have a resolution at the next council meeting.
All right,
So wait a minute, how does that resolution work then? If you propose the resolution and then
This
It's
is
just, it's a resolution resolving what's discussed and what you guys agreed upon of what percentage is gonna, this is gonna, so it can't be tied into the ordinance, it's gonna be tied into the
This
resolution.
is to establish,
This is establishment, correct?
then your resolution will come after.
You guys asked that a certain percentage be tied to
Debt.
the part that you disclosed to Miriam, and that's what that resolution will state. That'll be proposed for the May meeting. Makes sense. Part of this is establishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
but you're still, what if the other resolution don't pass, then I would wish I didn't vote for this one.
This has not changed. There's nothing of this has changed. You guys can have a resolution for any numbers that you so choose. You guys ought discussed on what portion you want designated towards what.
So would that be something that we would do at the May council meeting?
Yes, that's what that resolution will state, what portion that you guys discussed in April that goes towards the portion of debt that you wish, which I believe it was
25.
25% for the bond. You guys gave the language to Miriam, and then that will be a result of this when you establish the cumulative capital fund. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call vote. All in favor of approving proposed ordinance 2026-4 on second reading, an ordinance to establish a cumulative capital development fund under Indiana Code 36.915.5, signify by stating aye.
aye,
Opposed?
Nay.
Motion carries. Is there a motion to approve proposed ordinance 2026-4 on third and final reading to establish a cumulative capital development fund under Indiana Code 36.915.5?
So move.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second for third and final reading. Any discussion?
make sure the record reflect that we're gonna look at a resolution the next meeting for the percentage for debt allocation.
Miriam did confirm that she had that number, correct, Miriam?
Yes, I have that number as 25%.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call vote. All in favor of approving proposed ordinance 2026-4 on third and final reading, and ordinance establishing a cumulative capital development fund under Indiana Code 36.915.5. Signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nay. Motion carries. Next item of business, I threw this on the agenda because it's becoming more of an issue every single day. There's been a lot of frustrated people with the additional truck traffic that continues to go down Washington Street. Last week we had a railroad that jammed up most of the city, and one of the truckers was rather unhappy and just kind of went loose. So not only on Washington, then he started hitting side streets, and it was not a good situation. So at this point, we can start, or if you guys approve, we can start enforcement. NDOT has agreed. They already purchased for us additional signage to put at the stoplight to where we can start hopefully getting the word out that large 18-wheel semis cannot be going down Washington, so. All right, is there a motion to approve proposed ordinance 2026-8, it's amending Title 5, Chapter 75, scheduled titled load restriction. This will be on second reading. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
For clarification, Title 7.
What did I say?
5.
Okay, yep, yes. All right, I have a motion. Is there a second?
So moved.
All right, any discussion on this proposed amendment to the load restrictions ordinance that's currently in place?
What I'm gathering is that this is putting additional signage out there to essentially give our law enforcement the backing to actually pull these people over and give them enforced tickets or,
The current ordinance has the roads listed that's under our load restriction, which is Armory from Main Street, Adams Street, and then the proposed is Washington. So this is not on that list.
okay,
NDOT
it's adding it to the.
NDOT would not add any signage. And we could not do any enforcement as it not being an ordinance
Got it.
until this portion was approved. So if this ordinance is in place, it's just adding Washington Street from it's just adding it to that ordinance. So what you should have a copy of it.
This is separate but similar. There is consistently the food truck or Stonehouse.
The food trucks are exempt.
Okay, but they come, is their only way to get to the Stonehouse to go the wrong way down Union? Because that's the way they come every time.
I don't.
Which is
don't-
bizarre to
don't
me.
know.
Okay, I just didn't know if like there's no way for them to back their truck in. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
They were on
like
Union
legit-
last, which the first time because usually they go down the back alley, which is probably.
I see them turn on Union from Franklin.
Okay.
The majority of the time,
Coming up the wrong way, so
so
they
they
get a
go
better
the
angle.
opposite, and that's what I think they're doing is,
I would say that's so they could see,
So it's not a,
That's what I
what
thought.
do you call that, blind?
is logistics.
so they could see the driver's sides.
Yeah, we see a lot of drivers going
And it's in the morning, so it's usually when it's not chaotic over there, but it's just something that stands out.
Yeah.
So,
you know,
but
and
they're exempt, you're saying.
they're not exempt from
Wrong
going the
way.
wrong way, but the trucks that still have to make deliveries, it states in the ordinance. that
Right,
are
they have to
still-
be able to
yes.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
certainly don't want our businesses not be able to have trucks.
Well, because technically, if it wasn't a logistic thing, they technically wouldn't be going on, they would be coming off of Main onto Union,
Correct.
not going down Washington.
My guess is.
They're going down Washington
Having a
to Franklin.
CDL before was, it's an easier way to come up. Actually, no, it wouldn't be.
To be honest.
It'd be easier to just fall under.
Just something to
Yeah,
pay
so,
attention to maybe.
okay, but yeah, great question, but yeah. Not sure why they do that. We have a delivery truck that pulls into this alley and backs in for brick and mortar as well, so. Yeah, and luckily they only have 28-foot trailers, because if they had 53-foot trailers, I don't know how they'd fit anywhere, so. But good question. Any further discussion on proposed ordinance 2026-8?
One more question.
Sure.
Do we have any say so of the amount of the fine for the trucks that disobey?
That is
Will
all,
make it substantial enough.
I'll let you answer
Yeah.
that.
So we can,
Do the
we,
courts and,
no, for the ordinance, the city ordinance, we can make a different fine, but we'd have to redo amend the resolution or amend the ordinance again for that specific.
I think if they made it substantial enough, a couple of them get it and get the word out, they won't.
which CDL holders hold a different. I would say different, but if you have so many violations, at some point your CDL is gonna get pulled or, right, so.
Nowadays, it's bad.
In the law enforcement world, is that through the courts?
Or to the
There are a certain amount that they get to this and then they pull their CDL, or is that just for
B&B in courts,
felonies and,
well, B&B in courts, that's out of
Yeah.
my bakery.
you know, so.
Well, the signage should help, right?
Yeah, I would venture to say with the signage and then enforcing what we have right now, actually getting it out there would be better. And then if it's still not getting the point across, revisiting and doing a fine increase. Because we control the local ordinance fine.
Hopefully the sign
because it's not a quote unquote state line, this is a local ordinance
It's like,
that the city sets.
I was gonna make it substantial enough, we can post it with the signage.
I mean, I think
And make
if we can't get
it-
if we can't get this resolved with our current thing, I think that would be a good avenue to venture down. But
the task would be putting all that language on a sign that goes on the stoplight. Right, because NDOT controls the MUTCD that says it has to be this language, this big a sign. And we learned through the trial that it has to be the exact proper language, so something we can ask, can we put, if violated, there's $1,000 fine or whatever, so.
Minimum fine.
Right, and so if that's something they can fit on their template and it meets the MUTCD, then by all means. Maybe that truck driver will see that, go, okay, maybe I should go straight through and not go over to Washington, so good question.
Just a question for clarification. What we're doing on the first page, we already have the Hamilton Street, Wilson Street, and Main Street in our ordinance books, correct? And all we're doing is adding North Washington Street to this?
Correct. We're adding Washington from East Main to
Charles.
Correct.
The funny part about it is, it's got Hamilton Street from Armory Road to Main Street. And once you cross the Hamilton Street Bridge,
That's county.
that's a county road.
Yeah,
I wonder how they got away with putting an ordinance on a county road.
Miriam, are you aware? Yeah,
She, border time.
Yeah, I was having trouble following where you were saying that was located.
so at just past the Little League Park, when you cross over the bridge, that becomes county.
Oh,
So, but our ordinance states all the way up to Armory, so that portion of road from the bridge up to that would be county. So how do we have a city ordinance that says that they can't go down technically county owned road?
Are you sure it's county?
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, County Commissioner Hills County.
Because that house on
That house on the corner,
that house
county.
on the Corner cut
I
that's
don't
out
know.
around it, it's county, not within city limits.
I called the county highway department. They clarified and confirmed that, and I was also in the assessor's office today. So it just looked kind of odd to me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
okay. Well, I mean, you can pass ordinances however you want, and if they are either through scrivener's error or lack of knowledge incorrect, then that becomes an enforcement issue and a correction issue for later.
So if I'm reading this correct, it was passed in 1979, so maybe there is a MOU somewhere recorded or something that the county was on board with this. My guess is no. But yeah, so good question.
It was probably written when the bridge was, the old.
The old bridge before PSI. Yeah, so, no, good question, because I don't know that we could write a ticket that would stand on the county portion if there's not an MOU, but I
So
don't.
would you need an interlocal agreement with the county to be able to pass?
Enforce.
Maybe that's something we should visit.
Yeah, we'll look into
Is there a
that.
load limit on the bridge?
There's, not for the new bridge, there's not.
There's not a load limit?
No. No, which I scratched my head to, just. I don't know if it was because there's really not a lot of large equipment that goes through there, but now there is, right? Because of the trucks that's not following the detour, the triaxles and quad axles that's going through is 74,000 pounds. There's still not a load limit, and county bridges, the bridges are under county jurisdiction. So I'll get with under Alderman and see. There used to be a load limit on the canal bridge. Well, so that was removed and scratched my head to that one. So we need to get with the county on a MOU, or, it scared me about the canal bridge because that's a historic bridge, and we had a water leak last year that was right up against that water main, and water was spurting out. So I opted to have an engineering inspection before we opened it because I didn't want a semi to end up at the bottom of our canal and cause a mess. So I'll look into that, and good question. Any further discussion on proposed ordinance 2027-8. Amending Title 7, Chapter 75 of the load restrictions. Good questions. All right, here none, all in favor of approving, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Their motion to approve proposed ordinance 2026-8 on third and final reading, amending Title 7, Chapter 75 of the load restrictions. Their motion to approve.
So moved.
All right, any further discussion on this particular ordinance? All right, here none, all in favor of approving proposed ordinance 2026-8 on third and final reading, amending Title 7, Chapter 75, titled Load Restrictions, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, very good. Motion carries. That is all the items we had for this special meeting. Thank you guys for taking time out of your evening. Any board comments? Clerk Treasurer Price. Public comments.
Your no truck sign that is on 800 out by the Heartland is in the ditch.
Yeah, so I went out looking for it last week and notified the county that it was gone, and they said they thought somebody stole it.
Yeah,
So,
they keep knocking it off. The trucks are still coming through there.
yeah, I've been working with the stone quarry. They're gonna put a message board up at Hamilton and Washington. Actual message board. And then where that one keeps getting stolen, they're gonna put another message board.
Yeah.
So they can't just knock those over. So the stone quarry has done a great job of working with us, and they offered to do this. Because they know that they're putting the word out to the trucks. It's a dispatched, so the issue is the Meta Center in Lebanon, the Meta Center, Lily's, that entire large scale project in Lebanon. Plus, here soon we'll have SK Hynix is gonna be an additional 100 to 200 trucks. So last week was a challenge of how do we get the word out to all those trucks? Well, I just said, it's easy. There's almost 40 signs that mark this detour. And it does not say, come back around the J turn and go down our residential road. So last week was a challenge, and the stone quarry has been nothing but helpful. So I appreciate their help, and we'll continue to look at it. But with, like I talked about in the Board of Works, with Little League starting, 2 dump trucks meeting on that hill is not a good situation. So,
And that starts next weekend.
yeah,
Well, the cars are still going. They're running a good 40 miles an hour down that hill. They are not slowing down at all.
down the Hamilton Street Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've also looked into getting an updated light, because the yellow beacon light that they hit when they have games or kids, I think it's been there since it looks like something off the movie Hoosiers.
right.
NDOT is gonna try to help us with something if they have something in their 210 lot, but it's a old light, but you can put 100 signs and 50 barrels, and the people still.
I run the speed limit and I have people pass me on the hill when you can't even see.
Yeah.
I'm running 20 and they pass you on the hill. I'm like, where are you going? You can't even see that someone's coming.
I had someone flashing their brights because I was going speed limit, and went honking their horn, and so
Well, one thing's for sure is when baseball season is in tow, both city and county are very, very present around that area. I mean, obviously, we want them to be that way
Yeah.
all the time, right? But
amazing how.
Well, when they hit that stop sign up there at Army Road, they're probably running 50 by the time they get past the cemetery there, and that's still a 30 miles an hour all through there.
You're not lying.
Did you,
Yeah,
Jeff, did you get a hold of Hunter and see about replacing that stop sign, or not, the speed limit sign?
no, I
I'll
haven't yet.
say something to him and see if we can get it taken care of.
All right, one
I
last
just ain't
thing.
see the kids, they ain't kids get hit,
Right.
That's the only thing I just.
No, and I've been working diligently to try to get additional signage, and that's why we have our PD down there with it's, when the cars come down that hill, if they see the with our standstill lights on, the back end of the cars go up.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be that way. They should just slow down, knowing that if they know the area, they know there's kids gonna be down there. So before I forget again, because it's been something that's been on my plate for quite some time. The White County, or actually not White County, the city of Monticello has replaced their council chambers with everything new, updated. They have offered the city of Delphi their old. And I said, that's gonna be a council decision. You guys have a picture of it at no cost. So this is your guys' meeting room, and so I will let you put your thoughts in on it, but again, if we don't, they're gonna use it for target practice, but they said if you guys want it, we will give it to you for free, otherwise it goes to the police department for target practice. So you have pictures of the front, back, and the measurements, so if that's something that you wanna hold off on, that it's in the firehouse stored away, it's not going anywhere, so I just want to give Mayor Sims and their council an update. It's nice of them to offer it to us for free,
I'm indifferent.
so. No, that's fine, that's why it's a council decision, I want to make sure you guys at least have had a chance to see it.
I'm good either way.
Like the old
Yes.
I wish there.
I'm for the middle, I don't have a
But-
strong opinion either direction.
No,
I can see
yeah.
advantages.
The thing I liked about it is it had all the power outlets behind it to where you guys could plug your laptops in, it's got desks for it, everybody has their own little space. It's kind of traditional, but that, again, that's why I wanted to make sure you guys had, we don't have to move on tonight, but.
You have to paint it.
Yeah, paint it.
I don't know that you have to paint it, it's kind of a Delphi blue, so. But anyway, we'll revisit that May meeting, so Miriam, do you have anything?
I do not.
Okay, a great evening. There's no other discussion from the board. There's just one last motion.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, this meeting is adjourned.